Hi, everybody. Welcome to day 9 of the gratitude practice. Thank you for continually tuning in and joining me. I believe that, gratitude is the way that we can transform our lives. It's transformed me, it's transformed so many people that I've known personally, but then, history has shown time and time again how gratitude can shift our perception of the world, ourselves, and each other, and really change the way that we live, think, and act. So, today's practice is about money. We all have a relationship to money, and money is, I think on the top of our minds. And as you might have remembered, we did another practice around money a couple days ago. We're going to be doing another one from a different angle today. But let's start by taking a deep breath. And let's shake that energy out. Shake it out of your body. I think that this is an important practice to do throughout life, just reminding yourself to center yourself, take that breath, and shake out that stagnant energy, especially now while we're quarantined and mostly staying at home and in limited spaces. And we can feel like we have that stagnant energy in our body. And so what we want to do is shake it up and move it so that we have this flow that's happening, this giving and receiving, so that we can allow ourselves to be more in flow with the universe, more in flow with ourselves, more in flow with each other, and we can allow good things into our life. And this is really important for money, because money is an energy. We call it a currency. It's a flow of energy. And we want to make sure that it's constantly flowing in this give and receive manner. And this is what we want to open the channels to when we are changing our relationship to money. We've bought into this idea, this narrative that has been kind of ingrained in us, that there is not enough, and there's not enough for all to go around, and we can't all have it all. And that there's that we have to struggle for money. And this is just not true. These narratives of scarcity and lack are not true, but we as a society, as individuals, have bought into this. And this is about reprogramming the way we think about money. Just because there are certain ways that we've seen by example that people make money or have money or hoard money does not mean that that is the way that it has to be. There is an infinite possibility out there, and this universe has always provided for us. The earth has always provided for us, and it will continue to do so. And it's just about believing in it, and it's about shifting your mentality around it. And when you do so, you'll begin to see this abundance in your life. A few days ago, when we did this money practice, I talked about changing our language about money. And so before we get into today's practice, which is different from the last one, I just want to remind you of those things, because I think it does help change our relationship to it. The first thing is something that I learned from Michael Beckwith at the Agape Center. He talked about not using the words spending money, or not thinking about spending money, because that sounds like you are letting go of something and it's not coming back to you. You want to make sure that the money that you put out into the universe is coming back to you. And every time you do, it comes back in greater quantities if you allow it. And so instead of spending money, he talks about circulating money, and that opens up for a flow. It's like the circulatory systems of our body, it's constant, it's going, it never stops. So we want to open that flow to money. So rather than spending money, say that you're circulating money. The other thing that I have done in my life is saying, rather than saying, I don't have the money to do something, I don't have the money to buy this, I say, I choose not to spend my money on this, or I choose not to spend my money this way. Because if we really wanted something, we would find a way to earn that money and get what we want. So the truth is not that we don't have that money. We don't want to create this lack and limitation in ourselves. We just are choosing not to spend our money that way. So I encourage you to change your vocabulary around this topic, because it will help increase that flow. So today's practice is about Bills. Nobody really likes receiving bills in the mail. But the truth is that these bills are for services that are given to us. And when we can cultivate a feeling of gratitude for the services that we are exchanging money for, we can start to really be grateful for that flow, that exchange of money. Now, I know that these can be tough times for people, and it's always tough times for some people paying bills. We don't know where that money is going to come from, and we don't know how we're going to do it, but somehow we do. Something always works out. Maybe we don't end up doing exactly what we wanted to do. Maybe we don't get to keep all the things that we want, or maybe we end up on a friend's couch for a month or something, but somehow things always work out and we get back on our feet. So when we can really understand that we are always being provided for, and we can cultivate gratitude for the things that we are receiving in exchange for our money, and be grateful for those bills, we can change our attitude towards them and call more money into our life. So today's practice is really to think about the bills that we pay. So you pay for electricity, you pay for water, maybe you pay for rent or a mortgage, you pay for maybe a child's school, maybe your own education, you pay for food, you pay for I don't know, there's so much that we pay for, your phone bill, your internet bill, your cable bill, whatever it is. These are all services that we use and we enjoy. And if you can think about those services that are being provided to you and what goodness they bring into your life, you can understand how this exchange of energy by providing money is a benefit to you. So think about, your gas bill and the fact that it provides you gas for your home so you can cook food, so you can heat your house. And especially, I've been seeing pictures of snow in most of the country. We're having rain here and it's a little chillier than normal, but it's really not that cold for us. But for people with snow, I mean, can you imagine without heat what that would be? There are people who live on the street who don't have that. So be grateful for the heat that you're receiving. Be grateful for the fact that you have a phone and a way to connect to people, especially during this time of a physical distancing. We're not socially distancing ourselves. We're interacting with one another. I'm interacting with you right now. You interact with me. We have an energetic field that we continually share with one another, but we are physically distancing ourselves. Without this phone, I would not be able to record these videos or check, social media. I wouldn't be able to call people. I wouldn't be able to video conference. So I'm grateful for the money that is exchanged for me to have these phone services. We can do this for all the bills in our life and really truly understand that these bills are not a source of anxiety, stress, or panic for us. These are the services that we are receiving that better our life. So I encourage you today to find some old bills, maybe burnt bills that you currently have, and to feel into what that bill is for and the service it's provided you. And it can also be for things that you may not necessarily enjoy. Maybe you got a speeding ticket or a parking ticket, and that's a bill you have to pay. But it can be something that you can cultivate gratitude for. You can say, thank you for keeping everybody safe on the road. Thank you for making parking something that is not an inconvenience for all. And so honoring the rules so that we can function as society, in a society that has more cars than it needs. There are ways to really transform yourself and cultivate the gratitude even for the things that we don't have. So if you don't have the money to pay that bill, please feel into the gratitude for the service that you've received. And then write on that bill, thank you for the money I have received, because that service is being provided to you and you are providing money after that service has been provided to you. So Be grateful for the money that you've received through that service and believe that you will have the money to pay for it. If you have paid for the bill, take that bill and write thank you, paid across it, and really feel into the gratitude that you have for that service. So I encourage you to do this today, along with, the practice of finding 10 things that you're grateful for today, as well as ending your day with one thing that you are grateful for that happened today. The more we build upon these practices of gratitude, the better we will cultivate this feeling in us so that it becomes that feeling and it's no longer just the words. This does take practice, and I encourage you to build upon it every day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.